Good evening and welcome to Monday Night Rollback, presented to you by the BGF. I am Adam, also known as Senpuu, and I'm joined here today with the one and only Educate.
The Educate, yeah.
Yeah, the Educate. Yeah, that's you, right?
It's me!
Yeah!
It's Jumbo, also known as Weirdling.
Yes, you remembered there, nice.
I remembered my own name.
Good job remembering yourself.
Nice.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a good week.
I know who I am.
Somebody's going to tell you one day. Somebody's definitely going to tell you. So yeah, what are we going to be doing? What are we going to be doing tonight?
Well, same as always.
Oh yeah.
We're doing the Champions Gauntlet, which is, if you have never heard the rules before, everybody faces off the champion in a series of best to threes, and whoever proceeds to beat the champion carries on to the next round, and whoever loses, well, loses.
And they get to take home the spoon.
Well, yes, if you beat the champion, you face off. You might take the belt, you may not. But if you lose, you are in danger to get the wooden spoon of the BGF, which is quite nice. It looks good. It represents failure, but it looks good.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the spoon. Yes, this is going to be the last week of season 1. There's going to be big changes coming in next week, and it's Jamie's second try, Reinart's second try at becoming Tri-Slash. If he wins tonight, he will be our second Tri-Slash champion.
Yes, the second. Yeah, so the first and second Tri-Slash champion.
Yeah, it's just the second and the first. He's got both those names under his belt, on his belt. I must admit I'm nervous going into this. I've not played all week.
Yeah.
But I know the matchup, so I don't know why. There's no reason for me to lose, or you for that matter.
I was semi prepared because
Nice.
I have been playing during the week.
Yeah.
Because this time it wasn't, I didn't have anybody around, so it was just like I was using my free time to nail all the combos that I already knew and apply them in actual practical matches.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is it's a work in progress. It does happen sometimes, but most of the time I'm still just panicking and going for what I know.
Yeah, 100%. CQC. I need the ladder more. Let's straight up it. I just need the ladder. I need to get a Celestial badge.
Yeah.
But yeah, enough about our personal careers. Let's rock right into it.
Let us kick this off with, well, myself. Let's rock.
Spin holder of last week.
Okay, so kicking off the gauntlet, the horror-themed gauntlet for some reason, because I felt like I should do it.
Very edgy.
It's me, because I have the spoon fighting Reinart, who is the champion.
Current champion and beast.
Well, not beast. Beast only happens when you have 5 wins in a row, so he is not beast at the moment, but he used to be one. So yeah, my game plan was okay, I know exactly what I have to do. I need to bait bottom presses, keep my range, and I should be alright. And I was fairly confident I could do that as well.
Yeah,
So,
just play some footsies with Protector's big arm.
yeah, which is not easy. Especially if I mess up the round start. Yeah, that's at least quarter of my health.
Kicking off very aggressively.
Yeah, I'm just trying to force him in the corner because he cannot backdash. He can do the back mega fist, but will not take him back. So he goes up but not back, which is good for me.
The oppression is real. I think he's eaten every single use answer so far. That super is going to beat out the button. It's going to be out the 2S. Just get him during the startup. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid what I'm trying to do is that when I'm jumping a lot.
Yeah.
And
surprised there's no punish there from that.
But there's a reason for it, because usually when I jump I also dash in, but now I'm trying not to dash in, so when I do dash in he's not expecting it.
Yeah.
So I'm just constantly jumping, which conditions him to see the jumps, and it's just okay, he's not dashing in, so why the fuck should I try an anti-air? and when he's like least expecting it, he starts moving forward. That's when I dash in.
Of course. It's quite strange because he's doing a lot of Mega Fish right now, which is normally better in the ground approach. Not quite getting you in the air.
Yeah, Mega Fist is no good
Okay.
unless
taking the pressure back. Take for him too, very nice.
Yeah. I'm basically trying to beat the heat knuckle so I can just use the cannon and shoot him. Oh, that was a mistake.
Yep. You are too close after there, he's gonna grab.
Yeah, if my Uzansen doesn't hit, he's gonna grab me.
Okay, Aaron.
I was gonna try
straight.
it, didn't work.
That's a kill. If it's not, it's very close. I think that's a kill.
No, it's definitely a kill. I'm biting. No, another Potemkin. Yeah, I got one round, so I think my general game plan works. It's just, yeah, if he guesses right, sometimes I'm dead. That happens so often. When I go for the 6P, he gets the heat knuckle and it's the same pose every time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this time I did dash it.
The magnet heat knuckle. Okay, Grunoki. More Grunoki gets the parry.
If he gets it twice, I'm definitely gonna get cover busted.
That was a good burst. He was gonna get quite a lot of that counter hit. Presumably, but it was a big counter hit. Okay, just there dash on the side. That was a very strange interaction. Back Mega Fist and Wake Up. Nothing beats that, especially at 5H.
You see, just basically what I'm trying to do is for him to go for an anti and then I punish that. Because I'm trying not to press a button until something comes in.
Yeah, the wet punch. Okay, that was, yeah.
I think I went for a parry there.
Slid straight up at range. He's going to do it again. Nope, that was a parry. Should have been a monster. Red RC.
Yep.
That's going to be a wall break.
And they live.
But for how long?
Oh, that long.
Nice.
Yeah, so at this point, like, usually I would be like somewhat defeated inside, but I was like, nah, I still got this. I'm just eating all the stupid mistakes I'm making. So I'm fully like aware of what I'm doing.
That's the thing about Potemkin, and Jamie especially. He will just punish your mistakes. He knows exactly what to look for.
That's why you want to like mix up your general play, because
Yeah.
if he doesn't know what to do with you, he's going to eat it.
Yeah.
He's quite methodical in that sense.
Yeah.
Whereas something like, I think, yeah, the rest of us can kind of wing it. Yeah,
Okay.
I hit the bar.
Let's wake up super.
Is it the wall?
No, it was the back of the Mega Fist. Surprised he didn't press the button. There's no challenge for heavenly straight into your Zansen.
Oh,
Because you're in the active frames of your Zansen as well, which always hurts more.
yes, and kill as well. So here I was like, okay, I was literally like one punch away from winning.
Week 32, the week of Heavenlies. He's already hit 2 out so far, with none last week. That's quite a big change.
I think I got one last week.
Did you get one this
I
week?
think so. It might have been the week before, but I remember eating it recently. Right, so I took away half his health in one go.
It's one of those things that's difficult to be ready for, because not a lot of characters in the game actually have armor.
I don't think anybody else has a perfect potential. Okay, I have full meter.
No grab, okay.
He let me get away with a parry and I was like, that is going to be your downfall. Because I should have died there. So, in this round I was like, okay, I could get away with a parry in your face, so I can win this.
You thought it was a parry that time, definitely.
Yeah. Good thing about Potemkin is that if he's going for the Garuda, you'll see it like a mile away.
Yeah.
So you,
Very slow start.
yeah, so as it's coming out, it's like, yeah, I just need to parry, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's not coming, I'm like, okay, it's a buster, I need to jump. Or if it's a hit, I'm willing to take that risk. that
Oh,
broke.
no close staff. Got the Cavalry off the back of it into straight into super. That's not going to be a kill. The highest guts.
I just need one. I just need a single hit.
There's zero guns to finish it off. Okay, taking a game. Starting to actually get yourself on the board.
Yeah. At this point I was like, okay, he's playing the same game as always, which always works.
Yeah.
But I think I cracked the code, so I know exactly what to look out for. Even though I know it, I still eat most of the stuff.
Yeah. Same.
This is much different to the first couple of weeks of Viking being out, and I just had no clue what to do. Now I have a solid game plan. Press the button.
And he will pay for pressing that button. Don't press buttons.
We go another game. Well, no game. Another
Round.
That's it.
Yeah, ahead of yourself there.
I won the game. Yeah, you got the 6p too. What I'm trying to do is that every time, I'm changing my dash patterns, so as opposed to just dashing in straight away, I want to wait a bit, and sometimes I don't wait, so he doesn't have the muscle memory to just oh okay, he's jumping, he's gonna dash, I just need to 6p.
Oh.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was running in, I was like, I'm gonna do a forward heavy. And if it's a counter hit, I can basically get a fat punish. And I just run and I get car busted and I'm like, holy shit. I wasn't ready.
Oh, yeah, correct. The burst to counter hit you can see. That was going places.
He stopped using slide hit against me a couple of weeks ago, and now he's starting to do it again. And now he's working because I don't expect it. Okay.
Once again, another way comes in straight into the gorilla. Okay.
I was hoping that this would stop the wall, but it didn't, so I just needed to wait for it to be enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice respect. Big legs.
So what happened here is that I was gonna do another Yodansen, but it came out as a Cavalry, so I ate the 2D.
Ah, right, okay.
And I lost.
Unfortunate.
And I feel devastated. No, if that Yodansen comes out, I pretty much win that round.
Yeah.
Which means that I go to game 5, which would have been much more interesting than that. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually quite happy with the results because it felt like that I was doing everything in my power. I wasn't lost. I didn't feel like I was doing anything particularly dumb.
Yeah.
It's just some of the reads were good on his part and some of the inputs were bad on my part. So that was enough for him to win. Because at this point, we were fairly even. I think Case of Chaos has some catching up to do still, but yeah, he's getting there. He's getting better every week.
Yes, definitely.
And it may not be next week, and it may not be the week after, but eventually he will get the belt.
1 week.
1 week.
And I live for that single week.
Just so everybody has the belt at least once, and that's when we can call it even.
Yeah.
Or maybe we should put Reinart to the spoon once.
That's true.
That should be the final to seal the deal that everybody's equal at that point.
Well, speaking of sealing deals, that's you out of the running for gold, but with me and Case of Chaos, Casey boy still in with a shot.
Yeah.
Want to see what happens? I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah. So next up is the smaller one of the gorillas. The smaller and more ginger one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, next up we have Case of Chaos challenging the champ, coming up against Reinart for the gold. Another chance, another shot. Is it going to be his week? Is it going to be this week? That's what we all want to find out.
Well, I've been playing with him before you guys arrived because obviously we had a couple of warm-up matches.
Yeah.
And he's been going 50-50 with me, which is not something that usually happens. I usually have that with you when we practice.
Yeah.
And we never fucking practiced with Reinart because he was just like, I'm playing in the PS. Screw you guys. I'm not showing my secret tech.
That's it. Okay, straight to the run through, wasting absolutely no time. Backwards Meg was going to stop that.
Yeah, he was asking me before the gauntlet, like, what do I think would be a good like tactic against Temkin in particular. And I was like, every time you expect the Buster, just do a 2D because it lifts you up.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can be grabbed. And he was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. So, let's see if he actually does it.
Takes on board. So far, a lot of Mega Fist to the face. Okay. Oh, walk straight into the Buster.
That seems to, yeah, that seems to be a theme.
Oh.
Also, the combo to Heavenly, that happened to me twice. Oh no, one was just a full-on like real counter, but the other one was also like a combo to Heavenly.
Send Case of Chaos to heaven.
That was a surprisingly quick first
That was.
game.
I was just about to say that. I got it in a flash. Reinart don't waste no time.
But Case of Chaos is. I remember, like, usually he gets like defeated once he loses a game.
Or, yeah.
We didn't quite get that sort of like emotional sort of like defeat.
Emotional damage, which is true. Mental damage.
Yeah, his mental was pretty fucking decent this week. Also, some of the moves he's pulling is like, yeah. Oop.
Gotta eat that, yeah. Nice extended hitbox. Do you mind if I wall that?
Also, that sliver of health he has left.
Okay, get off of me, so it works. Okay.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh, it drops it. That is unfortunate.
that was an opportunity for one.
And he's the Mega Fist.
Eats the Mega Fist. I feel like I've lived that scenario a couple of times.
Oh.
Just 2D in, think you're playing footsies, but it was Mega Fist.
When I see Mega Fist, that's when I miss Angie.
Cool.
Yeah, Ko beats Mega Fist every time. Okay, just keeping the pressure, eating the back Mega Fist. DP in the face. Run of DP. Pure disrespect. Okay, so we have two botched RCs here and with no result.
Oh, lucky to get that first hit in early, just get through the armor. Okay, the two lights in the face, disrespect. Get off me, box. Oh, 6P's and like out of the hit? That was.
That can be 6P just before the fists connect because the armor is lost.
Somebody had to grab, and in this case it was Reinart.
This is really annoying because even though it's like 2 zeros
Yeah.
so far, it doesn't look like it should be.
Yeah.
Because it always comes down to like a single like move that didn't connect, or like a missed input, or a botched RC, or some stupid move like that. Head back there from the ground.
Okay.
Avoiding Buddha with a burst.
The pressure burst, get back in the corner.
Okay. Full slide, full break. The wall.
Okay, nice adaptation there.
Yeah, he was ready for this thing. It tends to be the case when the Temkin gets wall broken.
Oh, raw Carabuster. You could see the flawless defense just up there. You knew he was blocking Carabuster.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, okay. That DP, man, that's just so big.
Biggest DP in the game. I'm proud of it.
Also, if you can 6P a Mega Fist, that is some efficient timing.
I know, yes, it's very difficult to do.
I mean, probably depends on the character. The Leo does have a massive 6P, so.
Oh, nice DP. Oh, was slightly too far to try and get the pinball.
Run through, being grabbed as most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, you got build that stuff up against Reinart. He's always ready for the run through.
Need more condition.
Yeah.
And it looks perfect. This last game was, again, he had some really decent like engagements,
Yeah.
but then it's always either a drop or like an unnecessary dash or something. So it feels like that he could take the belt if he just like refined his movement, because it's really just the movement that's wrong, because the buttons he's pressing is good, are good. That one button.
No, but I know what you mean. There's a lot of situations where he was getting a hard knockdown, he was keeping the pressure on, but he was just going to backdash and block instead of kind of trying to do something on wake up or trying to like read Reinart or just kind of try to beat him out, keeping the pressure on. Instead, he would just kind of drop all the pressure and resort to a block, allowing Reinart to just kind of get a little bit of space, or sometimes even react to the block and just carabuster, you know.
I mean, this is something that like both of you could do technically, because when it comes to Potemkin being on the ground, not having a real reversal super, okay, maybe the wall, but either way, like he cannot really do anything on wake up that would stop you from just doing a meaty.
Yeah.
So running up to him, doing a just a 2D.
Yeah.
That basically secures you from everything, apart from a block.
Or back mega fist.
I don't think if it's actual meaty, he cannot back mega fist. You would catch it. So that's what I'm thinking. Like all the grabs would be negated because you're in the air. The wall, yeah, you would eat the wall, but if he cannot do the wall, like the only option he has is block, and then all you need to do is, after you do that, just do something that is like not punishable. Which is like, yeah, the one thing I can think about is the DP, but that is punishable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't play Leo, don't listen to me. But yeah, I think it wasn't meant to be a 3-0. It wasn't meant to be 3 2-0s.
Yeah.
Because it just shouldn't. That's not right. It shouldn't have been, but it was. But it doesn't reflect the actual performance.
Yeah, 100%. No, Kisuke's played really well. A lot better than he does. Every week getting better. So, yeah.
May not be next week.
It's getting closer and closer each week, man. We'll
True.
see it happen one day. Who's next? Oh yeah, it's me.
There's only one challenger left, and it's you.
Oh yeah, me. Okay, time to get into the real match, the one everyone was waiting for, me versus Reinart. I'm joking, I was waiting for that. But yeah, no, I'm quite excited going in. I love playing against Reinart.
At this point, I was just like, if you also get 3-0'd, I'm second place, so...
So you want me to get beat at this point?
I wanted you to suck, basically.
I will try my best not to suck.
Just to spite
In
me.
fact, to beat him, all because of you.
Just because I want you to.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Oh, that's
okay.
That was a brave start.
Yeah, I was trying to do that. I mean, I should have caught the button. I really thought I'd catch the button.
I think, didn't he press 6P?
No, 6H.
Oh, okay. I think it's a timing issue though.
Yeah, quite possibly.
No, if the first flick doesn't work, do it again.
Either way, I was struck with mental damage, and I'm going to have to spend the next 30 seconds or so trying to come back from that. Okay, no flick.
Nice pressure.
I'm trying to keep the pressure on.
And you get the armor.
Nice armor.
Every time.
Ting. 6P round start. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking the bait. I was mashing the grab button. I guess you can't take that. It's some sort of random line. I really thought I could get him in the recovery of the grab, but apparently not. I had plenty of time to just sit there and block and then eat the DP. I mean, not eat the DP.
I mean, if he's doing the regular grab and you're just landing, like, just the couple of frames that you get as a landing recovery is enough for him to just win the grab. Mega Fist. Nothing beats that.
Aside from almost any jump normal, which I have been practicing and have zero excuses for that pitiful loss.
It seems like that mental damage in the first game really got you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to try DPing that again. I'll just DP the 5D instead.
I mean, that's good. That's something you should do.
Okay, counter no conversion.
Nice. I'm assuming that was meant to be a DP.
Yeah.
But at least you avoided the buster. Which is pretty good, I suppose. It's just, it feels like he's playing the range game. He's a zoner.
And yeah, he does have the range over Leo, definitely. Why did I go for the second one? I thought he was going to press the button, probably.
I mean, that was deserved. If you do 2 DPs in a row, you deserve to be punished.
Very true. The slash backdoor slash meaty working really well for me again.
Oh, okay. He was not ready for that grab. Nice play. Okay. It feels like you're waking up.
Just going straight for the super though. Don't want to waste any time. Don't want to have a chance of dropping it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought I could have cleared the wall. Tried to kick him away though.
It was a bridge first.
Caught me crouch blocking too. That was just a series of unfortunate mistakes on my part that led to an untimely demise.
I mean, I do feel bad, but I'm also kind of happy because I'm still second place.
Yes, I knew my failure would make you happy.
It's not your failure. I don't get off on you failing. I just want to be second place.
I really kind of tried to read the Mega Fist, back Mega Fist, forward Mega Fist. It didn't matter. I just wanted him to be airborne.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I tried to actually grab him there, and as we all know, command grab beats regular grab.
Yeah.
Flying crossbody.
That is so difficult to 6P as well.
Yeah.
Because it's a full body hitbox. Oh, that's yeah.
Conditioner.
Basically, if you like, if you use a heavy DP and it gets blocked, it's guaranteed you get busted.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, why wouldn't he bust him?
Yeah.
He can probably get more damage, but with more effort and more chance to block as well, would you do that?
Yeah. Why would you play a character that requires effort and high chance of dropping the combo?
When you can just play for time?
Yeah. And just press 3 buttons and delete half the opponent's health. Oh, you survived the OTG as well. What a misfortune. Just so you can get Mega Fisted. Just so you can style on you. Oh, that is... Well, I do feel bad, but that puts me into the second place.
Nah, not the best week for me. I was all over the place, really struggling to just kind of get a handle on it. As consistent as ever, Reinart just kind of pressing buttons, and I played a lot better against him last week. I don't know what it was. Attitude, I don't know, the way the day had gone, just general the weather outside. I don't know.
The weather was nice. You don't like sunshine. That's sad.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah. Remembering last week, like you guys got to game 5, which was also really close. So you could have just had the belt if you didn't like make a couple of bad mistakes.
Oh yeah. Well, the games you had this week were pretty much the games I had last week. I think it was pretty much down to one button.
Yes.
You know?
one miss input.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember if I missed an input or not, but it was pretty much down to the button. Yeah. Can't say the same for this week. I suck.
Well, you know, nothing like not all is lost because at the moment you have the exact same score as Case of Chaos, which means that you guys need to face off and see who gets the belt.
Oh yeah. The spoon belt, the wooden
Oh,
belt.
yeah, sorry, I said belt. I meant wooden spoon, yes.
No,
The wooden belt.
It is actually a spoon. We do not have a wooden belt. As cool as that would be, spoon time.
Yes.
Who's going to get it?
Well, let's see if it's you or the smaller gorilla. So here we go, it's the silverback challenge again. Oh wait, no. It's just a wooden spoon match.
No, not yet. Save that for the summertime.
Well, actually at this point I think it's going to be way more interesting than last time. Because the last silverback challenge was like, what, like 6 months ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if we do this one, like obviously Case of Chaos is much better now. And like both of you have improved, but now it's more like an even playing field. Especially since you guys learn from each other as well.
Very, very true. As you can see, ready for the DP from our start.
Yes, the trading of the DPs. Always nice. Ooh. I don't know if it's actually optimal to just like red RC the grab, unless you're like positive that you will get a wall
You're
break.
gonna kill or get a wall break. Yeah, it's probably not. Quite a big scaling on the grab as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, like whenever you do a red woman on the grab, it has to be something that either kills
or gains you a lot of advantage.
Yeah. But yeah, these been doing this recently, and I think it does work when you're near the wall, but when you're just like mid-screen, it's really not worth it.
Yeah.
Unless you can get a yellow burst or a gold burst right after that. Ooh. I really dislike that Leo has all these moves that just makes him hop. So like all the grab attempts you would have are completely trumped by these slow moves that he just like uses to get off the ground for just a second. Well, I say I dislike it. Yeah, I would probably love it if I was playing Leo, but yeah, it's really annoying on the other side.
Yeah. I really expected the DP from there. Oh, the clash, but the super stuff comes out. Oh, okay, I'm gonna spend the rest of the bar. Is it gonna kill?
It does.
Looks like it.
He just went to faultless defense right after the clash, and then it just came through anyway. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it was the overhead, wasn't it?
Not sure.
Oh no, you would just
super.
Yeah, you were super. Okay. I don't know. I did just probably let go. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think he expected the DP to hit. I think he was RCing, thinking that it was going to block.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, I don't want to say anything stupid because obviously I don't play Leo, so I don't really know what tech is actually like optimal. I just want to avoid stuff. There you go. You see the grab again. He does the 2D. Exactly what I suggested. Not against you, but against Potemkin. But it does work.
It works against me instead.
If you grab, you're gonna eat the 2D.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is, I cannot say the same because my 2D can be grabbed in this scenario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the trade-off is that you can be 6 speed, yeah. Which is sad.
Yeah, he's really on fire with the DPs tonight.
I mean, I've seen more DPs before, but yeah.
No, but I mean, consistently hitting with DPs. As well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Wait, before he's maybe just kind of throwing them out a bit more, but now is the plan. Here's the button. I've got plenty of time to DP her. Oh, close slash! Just catch me out there, bring me down to the ground.
This is one of the combos that like signature Case of Chaos. It's just like you get the 2D and then you get the kick and then super.
Yeah, if it's gonna kill, you got the bar might as well. It's really easy to do, you know. 2k, 6k, super.
Yeah, and it's good as well because it's if you're close to the wall, it's actually decent damage as well. Go first. Oh yeah, he's also doing really well utilizing the guard point. drops hit your slash and just hold it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't think the blue RC was intentional, but it did work out. I love Perios.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Can you win at this one?
No.
Yeah, that was probably my decision to first that.
There's definitely going to be a conversion, although it might not have been the biggest conversion. He was definitely going to get something.
I think he would have gotten enough meter to just do the whole super combo that he usually does. Oh. Nice pressure. Nice. Oh my god. Yep. I don't know why, but his 2Ds are always so vicious. Like every fucking time I play Case of Kids, it's always the one thing I need to look out for is not the DP, because your DPs are more deadly, but his 2Ds are absolutely fucking hysterical. Like every time I try to do something, I would definitely get the 2D. Press the button. What a view. I don't know why he waited for the last hit.
Yeah, I mean, he could have killed me as well instead of DPing.
Yeah. It's like DPing the DP. It looks flashy, but it's not.
Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna have this win this week, boys.
That was dreadful.
Yeah.
You got absolutely demolished this week.
Yeah, not having the best of games, admittedly. I don't know what was wrong, but hey, we all have off weeks.
That's true.
It's just my turn, I guess.
You're on the barrel this week.
Back turn, dashing on the barrel.
Is it a dash? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it looks like the back turn dash.
Okay.
It's a dash up. I'm gonna dash up on this barrel wheel.
Nice.
Very monkey-like.
Yeah, we basically, what happened this week is we just switched places.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that. No.
Well, I had nothing to do with it. We never fought.
This is true.
It was all down to. Well, if you got a game, if you got a game against Reinart, you would have been
exactly
fighting me rather than
that thing. Yeah.
And see if you could get the second
place. Unfortunate, but here we are. Our second Tri-Slash champion is, in fact, the same person that had the Tri-Slash in the first place.
The second Tri-Slash champion is the first Tri-Slash champion.
You've got to be stopped, Reinart.
I think I'm on the right path. I think I can stop him. I'm fairly confident.
I mean,
although once the patch drops, like who knows what will change.
I was about to say next week we're gonna have an entirely different game. So hopefully by next week we can all beat him.
I mean, considering that I'm pretty good at adapting to new stuff, and then Rhino kind of takes a bit of time to sort of
warm up to it.
Yeah, he needs to like lab out a couple of things.
Yeah. There
is a slim chance that he's not going to be ready for all the bullshit that's going to happen in the game from now on. So
yeah,
there's a strong possibility that we can take the belt next week, which is great.
See what happens.
But
yeah, I'm excited for the new patch. The last change was certainly good changes. The last balance or overall balance patch for the game was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, being able to cancel everything into jump dust as a massive. Yeah, it was like that was like a dead ringer for biking, because it's like what does biking do? It's always jump slash to jump dust. But then we got Happy Chaos and I was sad.
Guns make me sad.
But at least we got a kick-ass theme song, which is great.
Yeah. Overall, it was a fun gauntlet. We actually had a new member with us at the Gauntlet as well. Hopefully,
Well, potentially a prospect.
potential prospect.
Who might start doing the hit list against us.
May or may not. So hopefully we've got that to look forward to. If not, then it'll just remain the 4 competitors that you love.
I mean, going back to 5 members would be better because there would be more like back and forth.
Yeah.
There would be more matches in a gauntlet.
Yeah.
And there would be a chip. Which is, I'm actually pretty good against Chip, so I'm not particularly afraid of Chip.
Yeah.
But Chip is really fun to play against, at least for me. Like, most people don't like it because of the
very
confusing, the confusing cross-ups and everything. But I love it because if I can cast Chip, he's dead.
A lot of damage. Yeah.
It's the same as Chip against the Funker.
Yeah.
But obviously, I need to work for it a bit more.
Yeah.
So
overall, exciting stuff for the future. Exciting stuff right here. And anything else you want to cover?
Well, there's only one thing I want to say.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. And join us next week when we try to like pretend that we understand the new patch. And we're going to fumble on every occasion we get. So next gauntlet is gonna be like as we were back to like floor 6 or something. It's gonna be funny.
Fun noob times indeed. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks. I would like to echo that. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you all next week with some new, fresh content.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Good night, everyone.
Good night.